uzozviona uchifamba uchibika iwa uzoti kudya wakapombonoambijana ndoti vamwe vedu vasinambokura nguva yehondo vanenge vachidyawo So we need to be very active for the master service. We need to be active. We need to be quick. We need to be on time. So what I'm expecting, what is expected after this training, I want to believe that we start from the prayer school, and also tomorrow church, we are there. We are the first people to be at church.
Yeah.
Amen.
So if those of us who are here are at church, then we can start church, because I mean we are enough here to do church on Sunday.
Yeah.
We're not going to wait for anybody.
Yeah.
And when we get there, guys, let's not wait for people to come. Let's begin to pray.
Amen.
Let's not get into church and begin to greet one another and talk about what happened there, what is going on, what Chamisa has said, what this one has said. Get into the prayer room. You know that we start prayer at 8:30. Get there and begin to pray.
Amen. Amen.
Because if you begin to pray, the next person who comes, they will not come and greet you because we are already praying.
Yeah.
So they have no option. They have no option. They have to join you in prayer.
Amen.
Amen.
So let's have, brethren, what we are doing here is not just, we are not just talking, but we really want this thing to transform us. Want to transform our nation. Want to transform our community. Want to transform the way we do things. Want to transform our culture. So let it start now. Don't wait for another day. This is the day to start doing something.
Amen.
Do your things fast. Wacha ne ukasika uchita say opedza zvinhu zvako opedza. Kana uri aina chop chop opedza aina waita zvimwe zvinhu. Kana uri kubika kwete kubika, sometimes topedza magetsi. Magetsi anopera noda kuti mabikira atiri kuita uri kubika wakanatso kucheka kwako muriwo, kucheka kwako chichi, wakapombonoka hangu wakaita sei. No, let's do something. Let's conserve time. Time is very important.
Yeah.
Let's keep time. Let's make sure that we keep time. So the ego is swift. So ego says they are swift in doing things. Then great eagles fly alone.
Wow. Yeah. Hallelujah.
They fly alone.
Wow.
If it keeps company with fellow eagles. It keeps company with fellow eagles that can fly high and fast, like itself. They have no business with chickens. They have no business with ostrich. So, I mean, you're an eagle. Don't have business. Why should you have business with chickens and owls?
Hey.
Huh?
Amen.
So, ego saints will carefully select their companions, their friends, people with the same burden, same vision, same passion, same enthusiasm. They select their companions, their friends carefully. Those who have got the same burden, those with the same vision, those with the same passion. So if you spend most of your time with the people who are always complaining, you also end up complaining. This has to be very careful.
Yeah.
So those who love complaining, grumbling and whatever, they will not have any business with you because you will not join them. You will not support what they will be saying.
Yeah.
So let us be very careful there. And then the eagle's diet consists mainly of fresh and blood animal. it doesn't feed on dead animals, but those that are still dripping with blood. Doesn't feed on decaying animals. The same applies with the ego saints. They feed on the Rhema word from the Holy Spirit. So prayerfully start the word of God so that you get fresh revelation in your spirit. So you need fresh manna, not stale bread. It's not your portion. You need the Rhema, you need fresh word, you need fresh manna from the Lord. The ego sticks to only one partner till death.
Wow. Wow.
Hmm? So no changing of partners, no whatever. It sticks to one partner till death. No immorality, no adultery. So ego saints also, they stick to Jesus, their husband. So you know Jesus is the bridegroom. So we stick to him. We don't bow down to other gods. We don't bow down to worship other gods. We stick to him till death. So it's important for us to give ourselves to prayer. Because it's very easy to backslide when you are not praying. And every form and kind of decay starts at the place of prayer. If the place of prayer is not being attended to, that's where all decay starts from. And maybe we'll talk about it later. Prayerlessness, is the mother of all sins. That's where all sin starts from. If you commit the sin of prayerlessness, then there's no other sin that you are afraid to commit. So we start by committing the sin of prayerlessness. And you feel it. You just feel like bit by bit you're moving away from God. Because you're not talking with Him. Bit by bit you're becoming dry, you're becoming cold, you're becoming hard, you're becoming everything. And at the end of the day, you find yourself very far away from God. So prayerlessness is not a good thing. So stick to Jesus in the house of prayer. An ego has 3 levels of locomotion or movement. It can walk, run, and fly. So the same applies with the ego saint. An ego saint can pray, fast, and pray in the Spirit. So ego saints, they are highly, or they are spiritually versatile. They can do a lot of things. Can pray different kinds of prayer, which can address different kinds of problems at any time. The ego is a bed of great sight and insight. It is the only bed that can see colors like a human being. It has great sight. It can see all around it. About 275 degrees. Can see all over. You know? So it can see all around something at the same time. See, and it can survey up to 5 kilometers. It can survey what is there in 5. So it has got a very sharp sight. So it's an animal of great vision. They say it has got 24 million optic cones in one eye. What's the what? Oh, what do you Oh.
5 kilometers.
So real prayer warriors, men and women, have great insight and foresight. Great spiritual insight and foresight. Wanoona zvinhu pamwe zvisiri kuonekwa nevamwe. Vamwe vachitaura izviwo unenge uchiona zvinhu zviri different. Maonero edu akasiyana. They see into the spirit realm. They see into the future by the Holy Spirit. They've got great spiritual discernment. So they see what other Christians are not seeing or are not easily seeing. Things that are not obvious to all the other Christians. They see things. One my spiritual spectacle.
Prophet ego.
I did divination. He knows the divination here. So they really see what other Christians are not seeing. So they see something in Zimbabwe that others are not seeing. So there's a need for ego saints to arise in our nation.
Yeah.
Who can actually see beyond. We've got spiritual insight, spiritual eyes. They've got sight to see beyond 5 kilometers away. They can see years beyond. They can see far away things that other people are not seeing.
Yeah.
Kwero tirambe tiri pasame level tichingona tive myopic tichingona zvinhu zviri padhuze sezvingonwa navanhu vese. Everyone is complaining. I'm also complaining. Hapana achamira pamukava kunamatira nyika. Saka we need God. So we must go to the mountaintops actually. We need to receive deliverance. We need to receive holiness. We need to possess our possessions in our time, in our generation. But it's going to come through prayer and intercession.
Yeah.
We need to possess these qualities of an eagle. We must fly high, as the way of the eagle is in the sky. We must refuse to be localized here on the. We must always see things from above.
Yeah.
Fly high and see things from above, have insight and revelation from above, and then we will be able to advise people from here. Just like Moses, you go to the mountain, meet with the Lord, come and advise the people, and you stand in the gap on behalf of the people. So God must help us. So our prayer, Mother, is that God make us eagle saints.
Amen.
God make us eagle intercessors.
Yeah.
With all this, I think we need to pray and say, God, help me that I be an eagle saint. All these qualities that we have mentioned, let them be ours for taking, so that we may be effective, so that we may be successful in standing in the gap for our nation, for our community, for our families. Why don't you stand up and begin to pray about that and ask God to help us as we conclude today's teaching,